it's like the tools that we need for the wrap is like knifeless tape, the film, heat gun, squeegees, and a towel, right? But then for a $220 interior cleaning on a Corolla, you need the air compressors, the cleaning guns, the drill guns. You need the extractor, the vacuum. You need all the towels, the brushes, and then like all that noise and like and it's like it is a bit more like labor intensive as far as like getting up, getting down, moving around, like contouring your body to get to a specific spot. Welcome back to the Detailing Business Class podcast, where you'll learn proven tactics and strategies on sales, marketing, and operations to grow your business. I'm your host, Oscar Gill, and my goal is to elevate you as a detailer and business owner to the next level. In this episode, I have Lex and Angel, and we talk about PPF and vinyl wrapping. We're going to highlight the key differences between how those services are different in terms of how customers perceive them. We're going to talk about the interest and how motivated or passionate we are of those services. We're going to talk to Angel specifically on why he's so motivated to do it. And you'll just learn a lot of things about what we're kind of going through at the moment as we add on these new services. And I do want to also mention that today, May 25th, my enrollment into my online marketing course, SEO for Detailers, is open. So this is my course that teaches you everything you need to know to rank your website on the first page of Google in your local area to generate high quality leads. So SEO is search engine optimization. And if someone was living in Austin, like a detailer, and the customer searched for Austin paint correction or Austin car detailing or Austin mobile detailing, you can rank your website on the first page of Google. So that way, when someone searches for those keywords, your website gets clicked on, they read about your website, and then they give you a call or fill out a form. And that's how you get a lead, and a lead turns into a customer. 85-90% of our customers in our business come through our website because of SEO, search engine optimization. It's going to be open until this Monday, so only a few days. If you want to enroll, you can click the link down in the show notes, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can click down in the description box to learn more about this course. Other than that, let's get started with this episode. Hola mi gente, it's your boy Sky John coming to you for another episode. For those that know that reference, congrats, you've been an OG YouTuber. So, phone call. Is that the customer?
No, it's not.
Okay, so it's just a potential lead. No one cared, right?
No one cared.
Okay, so today's podcast is gonna be a question that Angel brought up. I have Angel here from Handsome Detail and Lex here from Lex Auto Detail, and myself, and we're gonna talk about Angel. What was the question?
So the question was, would y'all rather do PPF and vinyl over detailing?
And to set some context up for that question is that we've been we're moving towards that. And when I say we're moving, I mean like we haven't even gone to PPF training yet. We don't have film yet. We don't have a plotter yet. We don't have anything yet for PPF. Vinyl, we've been doing vinyl wrapping on our personal vehicles, but we booked our first customer a month from now to do the roof. So it's not like we're experienced in either way. Like we're not, like it's a big understatement of a question. Like we haven't even taken the first real step to like, so it's like, it's hard to really say, but Angel asked the question, so I can, and the reason why you asked that is because you said that we have we've already been doing this for like 10 years.
Yeah, at least for y'all.
Yeah.
For me, my answer might not be as in depth, but y'all that have been detailing for a very long time are probably like, kind of seems like PPF and vinyl is like kind of foreign to y'all. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. So, you want me to answer first, or Lex, you want to go?
No,
first?
you go ahead.
Me first. What was the question? No, I was kidding. No, yeah. So on that one, it's hard to say just because we haven't really done much. I will say though, like, there's a big difference in the few films that we've done that I've helped you with that we've done. There is a distinct difference that I feel of like this felt more of a skill than detailing, not in a disparaging, mean way that I'm saying, because obviously I'm a detailer and I've been doing it for 10, 12 years now. So I'm not saying that in a negative light. But like I could easily take my mom 4 hours of training. She's on my level already, Like it doesn't take that much. I'm not saying that in the bad way. I'm just saying like Or maybe I'm just that good of a teacher, you know. I could
Maybe.
also put that too.
Yeah.
But it's like detailing it is not that difficult. That's why I always encourage everyone to be like, look, it's not difficult. You can do this. You can start your business. Like you don't need that many tools and products. Like there's, you know, it's such an accessible thing that like you can do it. You know, with film, all the same things, but for sure, like if I can remember how I started 10 years ago versus the things that I've been doing now with the film, I'm like, oh, it's a bit more tedious actually.
Yeah.
Like the cost of a mistake is much higher with film than there is detailing.
Mm-hmm.
Just because if you, I don't know, I mean like an error might be on detailing, like, oh, you missed a part of the interior, or you know, this section of the door panel isn't as swirl free, so you just go over it with another pass. I'm not saying a mistake as far as like you broke something or cut something or something like that, like damage something. I'm just saying more so of like as you're working. But with the film is like you could do an entire roof or hood, and you use a little bit too much heat, and you're like, I just burnt through the. I just cussed. Not first time cussing. Whoa, just then. It's like, you just burnt through the vinyl.
Yeah.
Tear it all apart.
You also gotta take things off.
Yeah.
Like parts.
Yeah, as a whole, yeah. So and that in itself can be a big one too. But as far as like when you're laying it down or you see like a big old crinkle that you just did, you're like, oh man, hopefully that comes out or whatever. So like the hidden cost of a mistake is like, oh, like you have to redo that whole panel, or like you know, or even this assembly part, like, oh man, we have to take off like 5 things and do this and take that just to wrap that part.
Yeah, or like you drop a screw in the door panel.
Or
From
drop
the
a
door
screw in the
handle.
door panel,
Yeah.
have to go fishing for it. But but things like that, it's like there is but that being said though, it's like the few times that I have done it, I'm like, oh, that felt kind of cool, like to change it, and it does feel more car related, like more enthusiast related, more like, oh, this is cool, you know. Again, I'm not saying this in any bad light to any stretch of the imagination, but it's you know, with detail, and it's such an easier aesthetic thing to show. Like with paint correction, it's like you have to put the light on it. You have to tell them what it is. You have to tell them like what you're looking at, whatever. Versus with the film, it's like, boom, like you know exactly what it is. And I feel like the street appeal is much higher for like not street appeal, but I'm saying like if there's 2 videos, one's doing a correction and one's doing wrapping a car, and then like the before and after of like corrected versus not corrected versus wrapped and not wrapped, the wrapped is gonna be like, whoa, like you changed the color. Yeah. Versus like if it's a white colored vehicle and you polish it, coat it, whatever, it's like, and you do PPF on it, let's say even that, it's like
Looks nice.
shiny, you know.
Yeah.
But you take that white colored vehicle, turn it to some
Crazy.
brushed metallic red, some chrome, whatever, and it's like, whoa, that looks so freaking awesome. How'd you do that? So the level of work. So what was the question again?
Would you rather do that?
Oh,
instead of
right.
detailing?
So for me specifically, because it's not like I'm passionate about vinyl anyway. So in the actual like trade skill part of it, like the you know, detailing versus vinyl / PPF, to me, I hold them at the same degree, because it's not like I'm super passionate about like, dude, like I just love putting film down on vehicles. So in that regard, I would probably hold them all at the same level. What I like about vinyl is that, again, like going back to like, it actually feels like you're doing something to the vehicle. Like it attracts a different kind of audience, and then the kind of conversation that you have or like what you can do with it is much different than detailing. So in that regard, it's slightly different for sure. As far as like, you just feel like you're doing it. Just you can generally feel it's a different skill. Like it's a different thing that you're doing. But for me, like I don't really see it 2 ways, because like if we can generate leads and make it profitable for all services, and like we can kind of make it all coexist together between detailing, vinyl, PPF. Then for me, like, I'm game for everything. Yeah. But as a black and white answer, I wouldn't put one over the other, because it's like it's all I see them all in the equal light as far as like my own personal, like, I will say that I'm probably more interested to like wrap a vehicle than like, if you're like, okay, I can either do a correction and coating on my vehicle or I can wrap it. I'd probably be like, I'd rather wrap it. You know, like that. I'd rather do that for sure. But they're all probably held to the same esteem for the most part. For the most part.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because I look at my car and I never want to polish it. But now that we're doing wrapping, I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's wrap the car. Yeah, I don't ever want to polish my car. So I understand that part. But I do not like vinyl wrapping, as y'all know. I do not like it. It makes me a little mad. I'm not that patient. So as far as actually doing the work of vinyl wrapping, I don't know if I prefer it over detailing, but it is a whole lot cooler. I definitely
it's the
like.
same thing,
yeah, it's a whole lot cooler. I like to offer that service and learn to do it as well, because it is a really cool thing to do and to look at. Like I said, the turnaround on that is just way better than a paint correction.
Yeah. And we still like doing paint correction.
Yeah.
For anyone that's listening. We have a customer booked today at 1 p.m. Don't get me wrong. We still, and it's not like we're gonna keep on doing polishing, especially with PPF, because obviously you have to prep the vehicle and such. So it's not again, we're not saying this in any bad way, or like we're not saying it in any negative degree. It's just based on the question that Angel had for us. Did you want?
I'm not sure if I prefer it over detailing. I guess I have to do a full. Well, we have to do a full vehicle wrap, and then go through the whole thing of the entire process of vinyl wrapping a car to really see if I'd prefer doing that over detailing. But it definitely sounds and looks a whole lot cooler and funner than what we've been doing detailing for years.
Yeah, because even Danny, right, when he comes in, he'd be like we might have a car in the shop for detailing, and he'll ask questions, but it's like, oh, that's cool, like, whatever. Or he'll talk more about the vehicle itself, not the services that we're doing. But then the few times he came in, we were wrapping a vehicle. He's like, he's a lot. Even himself, he's a lot more interested. Like, oh, so what colors? Oh, that looks good. Oh, maybe it should have been like, even his own curiosity and interest in it is higher for the actual service than detailing, which is funny. Like, it just, even my dad, like when you show him what you're doing, like, oh, you can do that, or oh, really? I was like, oh, maybe I'll do my car. He's never said that about detailing. He was never like, oh, hey, can y'all watch my? He's never ever in his life said that.
Same thing.
He's never said that. And then this time I was like, oh yeah, we can change the color. Like, I'm gonna do my 4Runner. Lex is gonna, whatever. He's like, oh, maybe I could change my color. Yeah. Can y'all take? It's like, oh, like, what the heck? Ideas. Like, yeah. It's like, that's something that he's never. So it's like the interest of it as a whole, like whether they're car enthusiasts or not. It's like, oh, I could change the color of my vehicle. Like, that's really, So I think that part's cool. Angel, what about you? So you've been detailing now for a year, 2 years, give or take. How's your dichotomy between vinyl PPF, but let's say vinyl for now because we haven't touched PPF yet. But if you want to talk about PPF, vinyl PPF, and then detailing,
vinyl wrap all the way.
So we'll break it down for you. Why? So, and that's the interesting thing. Like, why break that down? And then the next question will be like, why didn't you start vinyl wrapping in the beginning? If you are so already dead hard set on vinyl wrapping and PPF.
All right. So for me, the reason why I enjoy vinyl wrapping. And I just 100%, no doubt in my mind, I would rather wrap a vehicle than detailing. It's just a couple of things you mentioned is the skill. It's a really cool skill. It's a really valuable skill. There's not that many people in the area that will be able to wrap your car well, very high quality work, remove parts, seamless install, invisible, no seams, no edges, nothing, just clean install. That takes a lot of time, expertise, and experience. That's something that I would love to have under my belt. Like, yeah, bring me your car, and I can put this film on it. I can change the color of your vehicle in 2 to 3 days, and we can give you those results. We can make you happy, and just that. And I'm a car guy, so I've always been drawn by cars. I've always bought 2 of my favorite cars that I've always wanted to have. I watched It's Just a Six. I've seen On the Gas wrap all of their trucks. I've seen It's Just a Six wrap some of his Mustangs. I've been watching Atlanta Custom Wraps for a long time. Jay the Rap Specialist for a while too. Seeing all of their content and just seeing like the story behind all the vehicles they bring into their shop. Like, they're wrapping McLarens for track events, or they go to SEMA, they go to car shows because they wrap some vehicles that are at the car show. It's just a whole different world, you could call it, because definitely they're not detailers 100%.
Yeah.
All of those guys, they don't know how to detail. Like, they wipe down surfaces.
Yeah.
No shade.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. But coming from a detailer's perspective, is some of the prep work that they do is obviously not as thorough. And I think in some cases, some rappers actually will hire that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a different ballgame, and there's just so much more interest. Even me and my dad, we resonate with vinyl wrap a whole lot more because me and him used to watch videos of It's Just a Six getting his car wrapped. We watched Atlanta Custom Wraps. We watched them do Young Dolph's Challenger. All of his vehicles wrapped in camo, which are all very famous. I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with the Young Dolph camo wrapped vehicles.
Yeah.
especially the Dodge Demon. Yeah, it's just cool, man. And I for sure I enjoy just taking my time, being real meticulous, just getting the film to lay down. It's kind of therapeutic. Whereas like detailing can be the same way, but I can tell that the few attempts that I've had at wrap, it's just, yeah, I enjoy it way more than.
Like you can almost find your zone more. You can be more in your.
Yeah, and plus it's like also to like come in and just like have the opportunity to work on really cool cars, because most of the vehicles you're gonna get for vinyl wrap, it's not gonna be your everyday car. Sure, you'll get some, but if you look at anyone that wraps cars, they're doing McLaren, Ram TRX.
Yeah, cool, because obviously,
cool
obviously, because obviously, because detailing in itself could be a luxury as well, right? As far as like, no one really needs a correction or coating. As far as like to maintain the health or longevity of the clear coat, washing it itself, a sealant would get you there, right? The interior, I would say that's more of a necessity because it's like you want to keep it clean, right? Obviously, but even then, I mean, you can vacuum it and do some basic things like to keep it looking decent. So with vinyl wrapping, it is more like, well, people want this, like, and the people that want this, like, it's not going to be, well, I have to do it to protect my paint or what. It's like, I want to change the color of my vehicle because I like my car and like I want to be that guy that has cool Instagram photos, or I'm gonna go to that meet and I want to make sure it's like whatever. So the type of person that's getting it done is also different, which is, it's gonna be a little different because PPF falls back into like it's still that same thing, but it's like I want to protect my car as long as I can. But with that, all that being said, Angel, everything you just said, all that you just said, why'd you get into detailing?
So I got into detailing because I didn't really see no way to start wrapping. I always thought of ways that like, okay, maybe I should wrap my car, but I never thought I was never confident enough to actually buy film and like say, all right, I'm gonna attempt to wrap something on my car. I just never did that. Also, looking at it from a business standpoint, it just seemed like such a difficult business to get up and running. At least if especially as a side hustle at the time, because I was a bartender, so I was really busy, like bartending 5-6 days out of the week, and you're like pretty tired on like your day off. I just never really found the way to start vinyl wrapping. And it just seemed more difficult too. I was like, I don't have a shop. I'm not gonna wrap outside under a tree that drops a lot of pollen on the vehicle. It's like sometimes in the shop we get little debris under the film. Imagine outside. And then that's when I found detailing. I was like, oh, detailing.
So for sure you knew about vinyl wrapping before detailing.
I knew about detailing, but I didn't.
As far as like you actually looked into it, you're like,
yeah, like I just knew. Oh yeah, people detail cars.
For sure.
But like I didn't know anything but I knew more about rap for sure because I had already watched Atlanta. Yeah,
and you never mentioned that when we first interviewed you, or like the first few months. You didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, because
I mean, I get it too. Like, you're not gonna be like, hey, so I like to rap too. Well, I mean, you could have though, actually.
Yeah, because I came in for to work at a detailing shop. Yeah. But whenever you mentioned, I don't know how, maybe someone.
Go on.
I think maybe you mentioned that you were buying a piece for your 4Runner. You had just like acquired your 4Runner at the very beginning. You said you want to do a couple cosmetic things to it.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I mentioned or you threw out rap, and as soon as I heard rap, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to do that. I was like,
oh yeah, because I was like, with the front valve, I was like, I think I'm either plasti dip it or wrap it, and you're like, oh, by the wrap, I could do it for you, and I was like, really?
Yeah. You said something about you wanted to change your 4Runner cosmetic wise, and I was like, wrap, let's do it. I'm down. Like, let me try. Like, I want to try it. That was my first attempt where I was like, okay, he has a vehicle, he wants to get it wrapped, he has a shop. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna find this anywhere else. So it's like all the tools. I was like, dude, like it's now or never. Yeah. I'm like,
so now that I look back at it, not to cut you off, I'm sorry. Now that I look back at it, so you were actually pretty nervous doing that front valance, then, huh?
Oh yeah, man.
Because so like to me, yeah, because at the time it's not like how we are now, where we're all cool with each other and like we always cuss and talk mess and whatever. Yeah, nah. Back then, it's like you were still Angel, the new guy that was getting, and you weren't working out at that time with us, right? So you'd all, So in my head, the way I was trying to frame it, like when I purchased that film and you were gonna do it, I was like, yeah, bro, hit it, like, no worries, But and now that I'm listening to this and all that, it's like, oh crap, this is my first time doing a film. I'm finally here. I've watched all this and I didn't want to do. It's here, like I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
That's what I'm saying. It it felt really cool because I was like, damn, like this is something I've always been curious about. I've watched hundreds of videos of people doing this. I'm like, this is my big break. This is my shot right here. This is time for me to. Yeah, I was really nervous too because like Oscar mentioned, we weren't as cool. We were cool, but we weren't as cool as we are now, or definitely don't have the relationship we have now. As soon as you mentioned that, you were gonna buy the material and that I could practice, I was like, hell yeah, this is my shot. This is me to like. This is gonna be the opportunity to like just get all of that urge. Just get it out. Just try it. Like see what happens.
How was it now that we look back? How was it?
It's still under.
No, but going into it, how'd you feel?
Oh, dude, it was nerve wracking. Like I had never even peeled back like a backing before. I started to like lay down, no stretch, no glass out. I just put it on there. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think it came out all right.
Yeah,
it's still
for
on the
time.
truck.
Yeah. No knifeless tape. No
knifeless tape. No cutting experience. Nothing.
And then I was like, bro, just cut it. And I didn't realize at the time that you were like, okay, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it.
She wanted me to cut right on the paint. I was like, yeah, very, very experienced, man. I was like, man.
We're using that cheapo squeegee, the cheapo razor, the razor blade, the knife that they gave us. Super cheap everything.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I was nervous. I was like, man, what if I like mess up his forerunner? And not even mess up. I was like, bro, like he just purchased this like material, and it's like he just purchased it so I can ruin it and stuff. So I was like, even though it didn't come out the best, I was really glad that it came out well, and just. More than that, more appreciative to you for giving me the opportunity, and then now we're potentially moving into it. So
right now we're wrapping everything now.
Yeah, now we're wrapping the walls now.
Yeah,
but
yeah, and that's one thing I noticed for me too. Like, and that's why it's important to kind of like you could see that in you that you were very hungry for vinyl, much more than detailing actually. Like you could see it in you. That's why I told you I was like you could tell. I told you, like I verbally told you, I was like you could tell that you're like. Hungry, like passionate, or like you're fired up about this. Which I just kept on buying stuff, and I was like, go wrap something else. Mm-hmm. Yeah, little did I know that we would
it's dope.
It would move into actually doing vinyl work. Yeah,
dope. Yeah.
One thing, I guess a quick other question before we wrap up here is would you be willing to do? Because like to me, the question is, would you do commercial work as far as wrapping vehicles, work vehicles, vans, trucks, or even like food trucks and such like that. So, would you
commercial work?
100%.
I think it's important. I think it's like you're gonna have like, as far as like revenue goes, it makes sense from that standpoint. They're really cool projects,
There are some cool ones there for
really,
sure.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm thinking like, oh, it's a plumbing business, whatever. But there's also cool companies.
Yeah,
that need that stuff, and they have cool designs and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
like I've seen. My mom goes to Bingo. They have a huge 18-wheeler trailer outside wrapped in Big Tex Bingo and stuff like that. That's a commercial wrap.
I was gonna say that you got 18-wheelers and stuff.
Yeah, 18-wheelers.
Yeah, that's a sure for sure. Yeah, it is commercial work. Yes, it is commercial work. Correct.
Also, those crates. What are they called? Those box, containers.
Yeah,
like they put on shipping containers. Shipping containers. There you go. Yeah. You could wrap those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've showed him a few.
Yeah, the only thing that my thing is like it's not as like my only concern is that it's not as fun. It is like like as far as like get some cool looking like sports car or like a cool truck, and it's like here's a Ram ProMaster, go wrap it.
Although I will say, actually no, I could be wrong. Well, on most of the commercial wraps I've seen, the most difficult part is actually going to be lining up your panels. I think other than that, you're most of the times working on particularly really flat surfaces.
That's true. Yeah, for sure.
If it's like, assuming it's going to be like an 18-wheeler or trailer, stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's also a lot of classes for like commercial work as well.
Yeah.
And that's actually something that, again, like going back to everything I've always said about trainings and such, of like, you don't need to go to training to get certified because that's pointless, or just practice yourself. So we're doing the practicing part. I'm preaching I'm practicing what I'm preaching. We do a lot of the practicing because it's like that's our own merit. We can do it and get more reps and get more training. And like you're gonna go to training with Jay the Rat Specialist, and I don't know if he claims like, I don't know if he has like, oh, we're gonna give you a certificate, but like we're not gonna care about that. But even like even with vinyl, I was talking to you last night of like Avery has training as well. We should send someone else or send you again or whatever. Or like if there's a commercial rap class, let's send one of y'all or someone goes to get trained over there.
Yeah.
Just because like one, the skill is a bit more tedious, and two, it's like just the more reps you can get, but like now trained by someone that's far greater than you, it's like that's a lot. Like it's gonna cut down our learning curve to like, okay, like, you know, if here we are and then this is like the zone of like mastery, it's like let's try to condense that as fast as we can to where instead of it taking call it 50 vehicles over a year, it's in 30 vehicles in 6 months, you know. But like with detailing, I wouldn't have that same level of like go get trained or go to another, because it's like it's a bit more straightforward, and like you could price on your own vehicle, and like again, like the risk isn't there as not risk as far as damage, but risk as far as like an error you make with a tire dressing or polishing something, like you can fix that pretty easily. But with the wraps, like it is a bit more
take off the whole wrap.
It takes a lot more work. It's a lot more tedious. It's a lot more pain. Like and that's another last thing. A quick surprising thing is the amount of tools and products that you need. It's like for instance, we booked in that roof the roof wrap for gloss black. Call the material might be, I don't know, depending what we use, 40, 50, 60 bucks. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But that's gonna be like $200, right? Call it, once we're like experienced and stuff, it's gonna take us like what 30 minutes maybe, 30 minutes maybe, and that was $200. And it's like if we do like the most basic interior cleaning on a Corolla, which would be $220. It's like the tools that we need for the wrap is like knifeless tape, the film, heat gun, squeegees, and a towel, right? But then for a $220 interior cleaning on a Corolla, you need the air compressors, the cleaning guns, the drill guns. You need the extractor, the vacuum. You need all the towels, the brushes, and then like all that noise, and like and it's like it is a bit more like labor intensive as far as like getting up, getting down, moving around, like contouring your body to get to a specific spot.
That's I want to touch on that real quick. Pause what you said. As far as the labor intensive goes, I don't know if you've noticed, but I definitely have. The first couple of wraps we did you notice that we were like, well, at least I was drenched in sweat. I was like, almost like I was fighting with the vinyl or something. Like I was just like whoa, like that. I don't know why. Because now how I approach it whenever we've wrapped, I just chill. Yeah. I don't know why the first approaches I took, even when I did your front balance, bro, I was like sweating. I was like squeegeeing, sweating. I was
nervous.
Nervous. But now I've noticed, like, I think whenever we did the fender, me and you, a couple days ago or last week, was kind of like that click for me, where what I was doing was working. Like I wasn't running into no more issues. Like I wasn't running into creases. I didn't have to pick up the film as much. And I noticed, okay, I was just taking my time, and I was like, whoa, okay,
zen,
like it just felt so natural. I was like, don't get me wrong, like I wasn't like I was doing fast passes and everything, but it just I was like, okay, I'm not sweating. Like,
I can confirm, because the way you looked yesterday working on the door panel, it's like it was a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, and then even yesterday I took that same or work ethic whenever we started doing the door, and I just relaxed and just started hitting the vinyl. Like, don't worry about it, just go. And it's way more peaceful. It's way more soothing. It's way more enjoyable. Because even I think that's another thing though, for sure.Maybe you will, if you ever experience that.
Nah, I get stressed out.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. I see a crease and I'm like, man, you know what?
Yeah. But I think, because I understand, whenever I was doing his front balance, dude, it's so frustrating, and it's really it can be disencouraging. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Because a lot of people do comment the amount of people that start to rap and just give up. Because dude, it is difficult. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Whenever I attempted to do your license plate area.
Oh yeah.
I did it twice.
Inlet or whatever.
Yeah. I did it twice, and I couldn't do it either time, dude. I'm not gonna lie. The second time I ripped off that vinyl, I was like
defeated.
Like, I was like, dude, I almost started crying. Like,
really?
No, I didn't start crying, but
maybe,
maybe. But dude, I was like, Man, dude, like I was frustrated. Like I really took off the vinyl, and I was like really rethinking my life. I'm like, why can't I lay down this vinyl? Like, I was like, man.
Yeah.
And then so just that was
it's for the being frustrating, right?
that was the first time I had ever felt that way. Because I think that was maybe like the first things where I scrapped it, where I was like, damn, like this didn't come out well. Like just scrap it.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, that was very frustrating.
Yeah.
Like I was really like genuinely like. I was so stressed.
That's how I feel when you lay down the film at first and it all looks messed up. That's how I feel.
Yeah,
like, man, I don't want to do this no more.
I was like, dude, like I was genuinely like, I was pissed off. I was like, why can't I lay down this film? Like, but yeah. So now I don't approach it like that.
No, but I see what you're saying. I think the more we rap and the more I help out, and maybe when you come back and start, teaching, I think I'm gonna get the hang of it too. Yeah, and I think it's gonna be a lot smoother for me as well.
Yeah, because if you watch people rap vehicles, they don't run into no creases. I mean, maybe here and there, but it's very minimal. You'll see them,
and they just take it out. Like just like
and even if they do run into like a crease or like a bubble, dude, I've literally seen a video. We've mentioned them a lot. Of Jay the Rap Specialist, huge bubble in the middle of the hood, and he took the squeegee and he literally worked the bubble from the middle of the hood all the way to the end of the hood. Like no problem. Like he did not trip. He wasn't stressing. Like he's like, yeah, I have a huge bubble right here. Squeegee, boom, 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 boom.
Watch this.
Yeah,
moved it all the way out of the hood. Like no problem at all. Dude, I saw a video of CK Rap doing a trunk the other day by himself. Dude. This guy was manhandling that film. Like, he took the film, laid it on there. It looked all crinkled, all messed up. I was like, dude, that's trash. Like, I was like, bro, how? There's no way that's coming back.
How you saving that? Yeah.
Like, there's actually no way. He heated it up like 10 different times. And, dude, it came out good.
Yeah.
Like, crisp and clean. I've seen Jay the Rap Specialist, him, one of his employees stretched the mess out of a film to, like, get so much stretch, 3 heat guns. And I was like, whoa. Like,
yeah, I think I just get stressed out because I don't know what to do. But once you tell me what has to be done, then I think we'll.
And that's gonna be cool once you go and get trained. Like we'll buy more film and we're like, hey, let's do this whole side of the 4Runner or whole side of the HHR or whatever. No, probably 4Runner. We'll be done with the HHR by then. Whole side of the 4Runner. Like, hey, let's just break it down or your car, or your car.
But yeah,
that's a pretty thing. Oh, is it the customer right there?
No,
it's just
another lead.
This is another lead. Okay, it's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Also, real quick for the people that are listening, like especially Angel, he's like keeping the curse words down because we would have cussed about like 10 times already. But
a lot.
Yeah, because you can tell like we're keeping it very kid friendly on this one. So yeah, no, that those are all fair points. I think we'll do another one maybe like on YouTube.
After training.
Yeah, on the Circuit Rap channel. Like I'm documenting our first 20 installs. Like no, I just want to post them just so we can always have a reference point of like, maybe a year from now we're like, oh, let's go back and see what whatever.
Yeah.
So I think that's good. Did you want to add anything else about the vinyl wrapping or anything like that?
I think we didn't talk about PPF.
We didn't really talk about PPF.
Yeah, we didn't talk about PPF.
Well, yeah, that's because we're like that one. It's a bit more.
It goes to what you said. It's a lot harder, difficult to get into PPF because all these restrictions on PPF.
Yeah, that.
Or vinyl, you just buy it.
And not only, for sure. Not only that, it's like all the restrictions, and then just getting it's not as accessible.
It's also more difficult to install.
Yeah, it's not as accessible. So I think we'll probably come back once you go get trained, once we get the film in from optical, and that's even funny because so who do we practice on? Because once we put this on, like it's on, like we're not gonna take it off. Like this is
PPF.
Yeah, because it's there now, and it's like. We're not gonna put on the HHR because that's already gone. My car, I don't really want it because I have to put film on it, and then there's like, well, it has to be like a nice car actually, so it can actually be protected, and it's like,
and you have to correct it.
Yeah, and I was like, so who do we put this on?
Clay it, correct it.
Yeah, but then I was like, so who do we try this on? Because I don't want to. Like maybe like Caesar's car, his WRX, like that's a great, that's a great example.
Awesome first car.
Maybe Danny's STI, maybe that one.
Side mirrors.
Yeah, little sections like that.
Yeah,
but
not the whole vehicle. I'm saying like
partial.
Yeah. No, hell no, not the whole thing. Hell no. No. I'm saying for practice, like
For practice.
the hood,
Yeah.
the side mirrors, the partial, side skirt,
Bulk
the
install.
rocker panel.
No plotter, no kit.
We're gonna get pretty good at bulk installing.
We're gonna be the shop that wastes the most film.
Yeah.
We bulk installing everything.
No kits.
Oh, we'll get to that.
But
Okay,
that's
so,
another thing,
what?
dude. Software. You have to learn all this software.
I know, but
Oh.
that goes back to the point of like why PPF is taking us longer.
Well,
because
don't you have to know that for commercial wraps? I don't know. I'm asking.
So I think if you have a printer at your shop, yes.
We're not gonna have that though.
Yeah,
But
we're not.
most,
Like your boy, he doesn't have that.
I don't think so.
I
Like
think
they gave him the film, right?
they custom
Well, he
order
goes
it.
to the shop and they
Mhm.
have it there.
Yeah, they custom order it.
Oh,
The only thing is though, if you don't have a printer at your shop, you only get one try.
oh yeah.
And if not, you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You gotta reorder.
You got to reorder, yeah. And that's pretty bad because it's like, bro, how much are you charging if you have to order again? Like,
yeah,
you know?
and real quick, like, and one thing I'm very appreciative of everyone that anyone that's the listeners that's replied to my story or sent me an email, like I really appreciate it because it's been really cool to see, because that is like because there's shops that do PPF vinyl or PPF or whatever that don't do detailing, right?
Oh yeah.
Right, there are shops like that, like your boy,
Yeah.
plenty of vinyl PPF shops that they don't do detailing. They might hire it out, like the detailing part, but like,
Yeah.
or they might be a strictly vinyl. Because Jay the Rap, he doesn't do PPF.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does. Okay, cool.
100%.
Does he do detailing then? Like, who corrects and polishes it then? It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna go into this.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But he does for sure. 100%.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, but real quick as a side note is, it's cool to see all the people replying to my like when I ask for help,
yeah.
and everyone's like, hey, do this, do that. That's super cool. And then I'm like, oh, cool. Like, how long? And then I ask a few questions just to get some more insight. It's like, oh, so they've been roughing this long. Here's what they do. Here's their customers. Here's what they charge. Whatever. And it's great to see like that. Like I've sent y'all a lot of the information of like, oh look, here's what they do.
Huge help. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a huge help too. So that's really cool to see that part of the audience, and it's cool that they're following me because they don't do detailing, but they're following me. So it's cool. And then I post vinyl stuff that, oh hey, I can actually help you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is different, and so it kind of all plays in together because like I kind of back to your original question of like I have been detailing now for 12 years now or so. So and at some point it's like okay, like it's cool. No, don't get me wrong. Like it's what I do. We have a business, content, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's like a natural thing of like we could have kind of switched things up a little bit and add not replace but add something else to it.
Replace.
But that in itself has a trickle effect to everything because it's not saying oh we're gonna add a vinyl wrapping, right? Because it's not just that, because then for me it's like oh so now I have content to shoot for vinyl wrapping. And then it's like oh well surely of course what's gonna happen is if we start posting vinyl content, guess what, now vinyl rappers are gonna be like, oh, so how'd you get these customers now? Because I want to get into the vinyl rap business, right? And then now that opens up, oh well, I can now we can show people how to not how to rap, but more so like I want to show us just rapping, right?
Yeah.
And then from those, oh, how do you rap? Oh, hey, how'd you get into the rap business? How long did it take you to? And then so now it's like it's just a cool evolution. Like yeah, we're just this is a whole other different thing that we can get into that like naturally fits with what we're already doing. And it's like it all just like worked in unison. Same thing with PPF, right? Like it all goes in unison together. Mm-hmm. So it's like it has a very big trickle down effect of like we're just not just a new service. It's like a new service, new content, new audience,
new branch.
Yeah, it's like like it's a whole different branch that
same tree, new branch.
It's a whole different branch. And from there again, like it's like it all just feeds to each other because then it's like. When we launched the proper care products, it's like, yeah, we're taking care of all the vehicles of the rap with our proper care products, and so it all just ties in together. So I think that's a really cool thing that that happened.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, no, it's cool. So Angel, just don't leave us. All the comments are saying you're gonna leave us.
Yeah,
don't leave us. At least wait a year.
Yeah, prove them wrong, Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prove him wrong.
Tell
Angel.
him.
Please don't leave.
We're gonna.
He's plotting right. He's like, well, I'm about to leave after this train. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
we're gonna.
No. No, it's cool. And actually, we'll touch on that we'll do another episode because that's a big question. I get like DMs, comments, everything of like they're gonna leave, and not just you, but
no
like,
pressure.
It's a common theme of like a theme of like once they get trained, oh, they're just gonna leave. So so that's. Oh, do you want to say something?
No. Well, it would be an in-depth answer, but that's another podcast.
Yeah. Well, say a quick 15-second pitch of what are we gonna say?
Trailer.
You're about to say it's an in-depth question. Give me a not in-depth question, an in-depth answer.
I think it just depends, like who you work with and like your environment. Working here, I've I don't know how people view like our YouTube videos or just the content that we make. But working here has opened up a lot of doors for me. Like now I have the opportunity to go train rapping and PPF. I wasn't gonna get that anywhere else, or maybe I was, but if that's the case, coming here, not only have I learned a lot, I've grown as a person, my skills. I'm gonna go rap. I'm learning new things every day, and I get to do it with really cool people, and that is something that
you like coming here.
Yeah, and that's a big difference. Yeah, like when I hear those comments of like, hey, my brother had some company and he sent someone to get trained, it's like, yeah, but I don't know anything about your brother's company. What if it was trash? What if the vibe was whack? What if he was a loser? Or what if he was mean? Or what if he was a terrible boss? Or what if, what? And it's like, there's so many things that it's like, bro, I can't equate what your brother did on this one comment to how we run things, It's like, it's totally different.
That and just, on what he said, is like, how is it run and stuff, At least I think we can all agree, the trifecta sitting right here is just, the vibes are always right, and we can really just resonate with each other on a lot of things. So
he was promised something, never got it, whatever that was. Yeah, whether it was pay or work or
Yeah, it's like it just there's so many factors that go into like why someone leaves. But not only that, I mean, every industry has this effect. Like lawyers, if there's a new lawyer that comes in, eventually he leaves to start his own practice, or with whatever. Like in any field, in any industry, to any degree, there's always the people that like, oh, I can go do this myself. I'm gonna go do it myself, So it's like it's up to, like, if Angel, and I was telling Angel, like, yeah, if I could see you leaving, if you want to keep on pushing, or like, no, let's do this, no, let's do that, and then me and Lex are always like, no, stop, no, let's just do this, and you're like, oh, but we can do, all these other things, and it'd be so much revenue, so much more opportunity, and we're like, no, stop that, we're just gonna do this. Then it's like, well, now you're kind of stagnating my own growth, right? But it's like, if we're always like all three of us are always like, okay, let's push for more, let's push for that, let's push for this. Then everyone's being pleased in every way. Pause. As far as like you're meeting your potential. Yeah. And that's to everyone, right? That's to everyone. That's to me saying, and that's like to the same equivalent of me saying, okay, well, if we're doing that, higher ticket prices, more work, more revenue. It's like, I want a bigger gym. Right, so it's like so then it aligns with my stuff of like, well, we need more money to like, and I say that as a general thing, but it could be anything, like it could be just getting more whatever. Yeah, but like that aligns with my goal, and then that aligns with your goal, or whatever. Yeah. So it's like it's always like okay, Rob, and that's why it's so important. This is another podcast episode of making sure you go with the people that have the right mindset and attitude and energy, because like if one of us was like not like that, it'd be like, you kind of slows in that. You kind of slowing down the boat. You're slowing down. You're slowing down the ship.
You gotta toss them in the water.
Yeah. You gotta relieve the weight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just and it's like a well-oiled machine. If we all do our thing, we will all reap the benefits. Yeah. Especially if we start to offer PPF and rap and detailing services. It's it can be pretty big.
Nah, that's cool. Yeah. Pause. Yeah. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I'm excited for it for sure. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Did you want to add anything else, Lex, Angel? No, Angel?
We'll save it for the next episode.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Okay.
For reps.
Sounds good. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you in the next one.
See ya.
Bye-bye.